GM, lots to talk about in the fantasy football streets. I actually have not checked a ton of my matchups, so I haven't checked a ton of my Eliminator matchups, haven't checked a ton of my high-stakes teams, so we are going to find out what's going on in those streets together. Let's have ourselves a merry little Monday. It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's Short King Summer. All right, GM, everyone. How are we doing on this fine Monday morning? I hope that your fantasy matchups are treating you well. Hope that we are all enjoying ourselves. I hope that your Eliminator matchups are going well. I hope that you guys did well in the Battle Royales yesterday. You know, in general, I just hope that everyone is having a nice little time. Trade away Jamar Chase for Gibbs in full PPR? Sure. Why not? Why not? So, yeah, guys, welcome to the bag check. We're going to check. I mean, this is the Eliminator. So I guess, how do I check my Eliminator matchups? We're going to find the matchups that our boy PD has got in here for us. Oh, there we go. I've already crushed someone in the Eliminator. What I want to do is I want to go look at some of these and see which ones am I losing in? Which one do I have any Bowers sitting in there? Do I have any Genty sitting in there? I know I have a lot of Derrick Henry in the Eliminator, which really bad, right? As someone who thinks that Derrick Henry has a really low fantasy floor and didn't really like Derrick Henry in the Eliminator, looks like I am currently advancing 43 of 78, so that is slightly above expectation. Wow, Kevin shipped the main BR yesterday. Holy shit, man. My dude shipped the main BR. If we're in the presence of a man who shipped the main BR, KevMax0922 shipped it with Jared Goff, Jonathan Taylor, James Cook, Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Trey McBride. Wow, man. That is quite the team. So it's a very interesting team in the main BR because it's not really off the wall. You know, that is probably I mean, that's about as high cumulatively as you're going to see the ownership be on one of these teams. Oh my God, not this again, bro. You just hate to see it. You do. Do a 3-hour stream with Peter. You just hate to see it. Man, he won by 5 points too. 158.16, 163.46. Jared Goff 33 points. I guess Goff was the low owned one. See, you guys are now I'm getting conflicting things. Well, what's the truth, bro? Is it fine or is it not fine? Now I'm going to go pull myself up on another tab. Is it fine or is it not fine? Okay. All right. Yeah, the Roma Dunze stonks are absolutely way up. I guess James Cook at 69.1%. I mean, that feels fairly low for a guy with that projection. What was my best team? My best team was in 97th. It was also a Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown team, but it had Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta actually prominently involved in my prior my best ever tilt in fantasy football actually was, or in Battle Royale was Sam Laporta. Yeah, I mean, I gotta be real with you guys. I think the James Cook experience is not going to be that fun for you guys. The James Cook usage was so bad. I know he scored the touchdowns, man, but like the James Cook usage, and maybe it'll just be a total Derrick Henry thing where, you know, nothing ever matters, nothing ever happens. But this was the positional, or this was the usage distribution for James Cook. James Cook generated 20. He played 35 of 75 snaps. He ran 10 routes. He got 1 target. I mean, these are just Derrick Henry ass numbers, which is not to say, you know, obviously that he can't do anything, but I don't know, man. I do not feel, I guess I don't feel that bad about not having big James Cook bags, honestly. I bet I have more of him in the Eliminator. The bag check fantasy football introduction. Whew. I mean, the snap count can't be explained by the blowout because the same thing happened last week. I mean, yeah, if James Cook scores a bunch of long touchdowns, he'll be pretty good. But he also, I mean, James Cook didn't play very much last week either. Where's the snap count tab? So James Cook in week 1, out of the running backs, he played 56% of the snaps, 33% for Ty Johnson, 12% for Ray Davis last week. Except sometimes he won't, right? So I don't know. It's just I would try and avoid players who need their team. Like the only difference between Isaiah Pacheco, who everyone thinks is absolutely terrible, and James Cook is like some long runs. You know, it's just one of those things. James Cook is fine. I'm not saying James Cook is bad. If you drafted James Cook, you feel awesome about James Cook, right? I mean, James Cook probably is one of the guys that you took who you're like, these guys are idiots, dude. Look at all these idiots. Dude, people were taking Devonta Smith over James Cook. Sure, yes. The Bills are a good team. They sure are. I mean, James Cook will have games this year with like 8 rushes, and that seems bad. Well, this is not true at all. The Bills' run game is more dynamic because their offensive line is awesome. A lot of reasons why that is true. Well, yes, but so another way, if you substitute the word good for efficient, then you will find that. So, like, guys, this is way too early for me to be getting this triggered. There are just going to be games where James Cook has, like what happened to Derrick Henry this week. Derrick Henry got, what did he get, 2 points? Derrick Henry did, because Lamar just threw all those touchdowns. I just, I don't know, man. Not always really. Now, of course, the biggest thing in favor of James Cook is that Liam has willed it for James Cook to have one of the best fantasy football seasons. And if Liam wills it, then it is going to be happening. Speaking of Chess Liam, I wonder, in our battle, I've got 2 versus Liam. This is my first one. I'm currently winning 104 to 101.7. He has Geno left to go to beat out Josh Allen. Mixon 0, Sharp 0. So he's got Rashad White tonight. I have Bucky Irving attempting to replace Dylan Sampson's 9.4 or Terry McLaurin's 7.3, or I guess Ridley 7.2. So it's can Geno beat? I guess what is the way to say that here? Gotta pull that one back up. Okay. So can Geno beat Josh Allen by more than Bucky Irving beats 7.3 by? So that is my eliminator versus Chess Liam. Wait, is that my only one? No, that's a Liam 4. Okay, and I had one versus Karain as well. Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't have one versus Karain. So right now I am advancing, what is that? I'm advancing 55% of my remaining 78 teams. Let's see if I recognize any of these names. Or am I against any of you guys in the eliminator? Am I against any of you young fellas in the eliminator? Not recognizing any of these. East of Ethan, I recognize. S. Molitaris, I recognize. Man, some of these are awful close. Renegades 88. He's a classic. Man, some of these are very close. B. Sandy, he's in the Discord. He beat my ass. Michael got a W versus me. Inkles. Fantasy Dog Pound got the L versus me. Yeah, I think it's too early to call Henderson a bust. I mean, he's looked pretty good. He just hasn't got a chance to play. I think that is a spot where we 161 in an eliminator. What do I have on this team? Kyler, Purdy, Barkley, Chase. 14.5 from Algier. Pretty nice. 5.7 from Dalton Kincaid. So decent enough in the eliminator, right? I mean, I don't think at this stage that you can complain about. I think I probably in week 3. Wow. Who Hames, a new member. Who Hames yesterday, by the way. I was sweating for him. In the Wildcat yesterday, Who Hames finished 5th. Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, Puka Nacua, Malik Neighbors, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Juwan Johnson. Pretty sick from Mr. Who Hames here, by the way. So shout out. Yes, Who Hames is indeed one of the good ones. Very nice team from Mr. Hames there. This is too reactionary for me on a Monday morning. We were sweating against each other. I had what I thought was a pretty good team. In the Wildcat, didn't quite get there. Looks like I was 1.5 points away from a pay jump. This was one of my better teams in BR yesterday. 33 points from Jared Goff, 19 points from Christian McCaffrey, 26 points from James Cook, 34 from St. Brown, 28 for Roma Dunze, 10.8 from Trey McBride. Is there a way to query how many advancing teams have Burrow and only other one quarterback? I don't know, man. Let's check it out. We'll go to exposures, select tournaments, best ball mania, advancing teams only, maybe combos, select tournaments. It looks well. We would have to so here's how we could do this. Here's how we could do it. We could do rostered players, Joe Burrow. Well, that's just not really gonna work. We can run the Joe Burrow filter though. Yes, delusional James Cook take. I don't know anything. Yep, James Cook, he's the best running back. Yep. Well, the Kyron usage was pretty bad yesterday. Kyron versus James Cook. I don't know. That one's pretty close. Kyron or James Cook? I mean, basically, Kyron Williams cannot sustain giving up goal line work to Blake Corum. If Blake Corum scores 5 touchdowns inside the 5-yard line this year, it will be absolute dust. Yes, our dev works for free, and more importantly, if you guys enjoy BBM DB, why don't you send a little coffee over to our boy PD? I would never complain about this website. You can ship him a little bit of you can buy him a coffee down there. Chris O'Leary, my boy, had a good finish. Chris, didn't you qualify for the dog bowl yesterday or have a dog bowl sweat? Wow. Now this man right here who just gifted 50 memberships, I was hoping that Mr. Psychedelic Curse would show up because he had an absolute fucking sickening team yesterday. Look at this, dude. Look at what Mr. Kurz did here. 100K in the game changer, 20K in the power sweep. He had 2% owned Jared Goff. He had 17% owned Gibbs. He had 8% owned Amon-Ra St. Brown, 1.77% owned Jameson Williams, 9% owned Roman Dunze, 10% owned Jawan Johnson, 10% owned Ricky Pearsall, 5% owned Seahawks defense. Absolutely unreal effort from Mr. Kurz. This lineup is so sharp. I mean, he did, first off, I thought Goff was basically the sharpest quarterback play of the day. Obviously, Amon-Ra St. Brown was my flag plant on thinking about DFS on Thursday. Now, the thing that Kurz got to that I could not get to, and I admit that this does make me a coward, that Jameson Williams play. I mean, everyone. The Jameson Williams play is an absolute chef's kiss. This lineup would have simmed so well. Like if you put this into your sim of choice, wherever, it's gonna sim like crazy. Got just absolutely unbelievable stuff here from Mr. Kurz. Like truly, yeah, the 100K winner himself. Just like a very and Prime Dawn by Prime Dawn. A mention on the Gilcast. That's like being mentioned on ESPN. Yeah, very, very sick stuff. And yes, Mr. Okay, I gotta pull. Yes. Okay, Chris had a very sick one as well. Need to pull this one up. Oh, these are here you go. So this was in the dog bowl. Chris gets in there by the hair of his chinny chin chin, 143.36. He also did the Goff thing, adds in Gibbs, gets there with Hubbard at the end, St. Brown, drafts a Dunze, and Jake Ferguson. Absolutely a shipper there from Chris. Really, really good stuff. I think there actually is a lot of there's a lot to learn from both these lineups, which is figuring out what matters in week 1 and what doesn't matter in week 1 is just like so important. And, not just for week 2, because we end up remembering things that happen in week 1. They end up being a huge part of our perception of the season because of the anchoring effect. Your first experience with the season ends up being so relevant to the way that you experience fantasy football as a whole. And so understanding, I think very correctly, dude, the Green Bay Packers, man, that is just a phenomenally good defense. And coming back in on the Lions at home, I mean, we know Jared Goff has the super wide home road splits. Jared Goff has really high splits versus top 10 defenses in general. Just really, really good stuff. So very proud of my boy Psychedelic Kurz. Very proud of my boy Chris. Just you do love to see the shippers. Can we get your official response to Jacob's first half JMO tweet? Well, you can, because I tweeted at him. So I think he tweeted what Jacob tweeted something like, I want State of the Union from the Jameson Williams guys. And I've got one. And I can't remember what I said. Oh, I said, here you go. I'm thinking about this tweet. Jacob said, checking in on the state of the Jameson Williams Union. I said, I'm thinking about this tweet. Do we want to do roster combinations over in Best Ball Mania? I think we might. So here's a good one. In Best Ball Mania, first off, just pour one out for user Millie's, who had 89 Joe Burrow teams. 89 Joe Burrow teams is a lot of Joseph Burrow teams. My goodness. All right, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase teams. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase right now is 16,642 teams. Draft Dude has 20 Jamar Chase. That is a lot of Joe Burrow. Okay, now let's do it with T. Higgins. How many teams in Best Ball Mania have Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins? Well, there you go. 7,626 teams from 4,610 users. Oh, that's a good question. How many Browning teams are out there? That is a very good question. How many Jake Browning teams exist in Best Ball Mania? Here we go. Jake Browning, 40 teams from 33 users. Now, this is the better question. How many Browning Burrow teams are there? That 23, dude, they handcuff their quarterback. They handcuff their, this is so funny. Handcuffing your quarterback in Best Ball Mania. I mean, oh, I like to imagine him hesitating, about to click Joe Burrow for the 90th time. So I actually think this is like fairly reasonable, honestly, to take T and Chase and then take Browning in the last round. I think that's honestly fairly reasonable, but I think handcuffing Burrow seems crazy. A 25-cent FanDuel entry into second place. That not many people are going to have ROI like that on the weekend. That's for sure. People were drafting Browning and I still can't win. Okay, here's one. All right, who are like the most dead guys? Okay, so we've got Burrow is pretty dead. Worthy is pretty dead. Who else is like dead? Burrow and Worthy definitely pretty dead. Who else is like stone dead? Not that many. Only 2,472 teams with Caleb Johnson. Yeah, Caleb Johnson's pretty freaking dead. Reed. Yes, Reed also very dead. 212 teams have these idiots all combined. Let's just do Caleb Johnson and Jaden Reed. I bet user Davis Maddock might have some of these, by the way. Calvin Ridley is not dead. Oh, Mixon is super dead. Yeah, Mixon is giga dead. Ingram is really dead. Yeah, Worthy has a fully torn labrum, bro. It's over. 2,519 teams from 2007 users. User Snapback Jack, our boy Jack Settleman. Yeah, how many of these are Davis Maddock teams? Davis Maddock. None. No combination of teams from user Davis Maddock and Best Ball Mania has Caleb Johnson and Jaden Reed. Now, Caleb Johnson, find user Davis Maddock. There's going to be a fair number of these for sure. Caleb Johnson from user Davis Maddock. Wait, that cannot be right. I definitely rostered So something is not wrong because I definitely have Caleb Johnson in Best Ball Mania. So that can't be right. I'm either the search function is not working or it's just not fully done yet. Something, I don't know. Let me try a refresh. So we'll go select tournaments, Best Ball Mania, rostered players, Caleb Johnson, find teams. I don't know. Don't have an answer for that. Don't have an answer. Oh yeah, Eckler super dead. How many Jaden Reed Ecklers? Jaden Reed, Austin Eckler. Honestly, yeah. UD rescued all your Caleb teams. 4,564 Jaden Reed Eckler teams. Tough. All right, let's go exposures, select user, Davis Maddock. Well, let's just see. Let's just check. I have no idea how bad it is. It looks pretty bad. Tootin, my most drafted player, followed by Rashid Shaheed, followed by Xavier Worthy. Bad. Brock Bowers, not great. Matthew Golden, I don't know. I guess it depends on your perspective. I don't think Matthew Golden is in that bad of a spot, but a lot of people do. We're gonna learn a lot about Jalen Knoll tonight. Hunter, a bit of a mixed bag. 16% Jalen Warren. I think we take it. 16% George Pickens. Fine. 15% Jared Goff. I think we like. Brashard Smith. Whatever. Grendo, bad. Slayton, bad. Gino, whatever. Blue, bad. JMO, fine. Higgins, not great. Purdy, bad. Juwan Jennings, fine. Trevion Henderson, bad. Hampton, I am enthusiastic. Isaac Tesla, whatever. Jordan Addison, whatever. T. Higgins, not great. Corey Krosky Merritt is a win. Algier, I have 14. Caleb Johnson. Yes, well, I am aware. I'm aware of that because I have I can check that in my own application. Yeah, this is the worst opinion in America. Golden stinks, but is, quote, getting lucky with the Reed injury run out. If only there was some way to know that Jaden Reed was injured. Just no way to have possibly known that. Have we reached the Dyami Brown concession part of the stream yet? I mean, Dyami Brown is exactly who. Does anyone think that Dyami Brown is not what he is? He you know, Dyami Brown was a fine 16th round pick or whatever. I got Dyami Brown. Where is he in here? Dyami Brown, 10.7% Dyami Brown. Yeah, Worthy is going to be so dusted, man. You cannot be well, I just mean Bowers has not been great thus far because he is injured. Like, he's going to be injured tonight. Wow. He's the Jags leading receiver through 3 weeks. Do you get paid for that, bro? I was unaware they paid out Dyami Brown, Jags leading receiver. Also, this is a classic Davis Maddock lie, by the way. Saying 3 weeks instead of 2 weeks just to make it sound better. All right. The Keaton Mitchell, dude, he's gonna be fine. If you needed Keaton Mitchell points in week 2, you drafted a bad team. Who are some guys I wish I had more of? I wish I didn't have 9.3% of Braylon out. I have so many 9.3, 8.7% guys. I mean, just look at these perfect distributions. No, Pacheco is totally dust. Pacheco is Pacheco's dead. I mean, every Chief is dead. They're so bad. The Chiefs are like the 30th best offense in football. Wandale exposure. God, I would hope I have a decent amount. I don't. 8 Wandale teams. Sad. Sad, man. You hate to see it. How many? Well, the thing about Brashard is Brashard has no ability to impact the way the Chiefs play right now. Brashard Smith would look terrible on this version of the Kansas City Chiefs. So I think that the thing with Keaton Mitchell was always that it would have required an injury. Jaden Blue, there was this idea that I certainly supported that Jaden Blue could work himself into a role for the Dallas Cowboys without an injury. I don't think that is going to happen. Do I think Rashee Rice is dead? No, I think he's suspended for 4 more games. I don't know. I'm also, maybe that's one I should be more panicked about. I'm not real panicked about Colston Loveland. The Chicago Bears are 0-2. What, is Olamide Zaccheaus going to help them win more games? I do not really think so. Yeah, Scadaboo, one of the big winners, I think, of this last week. I think they'll probably just convert more third downs. Is really it. When Rashee Rice gets back, instead of oh sure, yeah, okay. Rashee Rice is not dead. All Chiefs are dead. And then your Rashee Rice teams that are 97 points behind advancing, they're gonna hop from 9th place to 5th place. Yeah, Tootin was, I think, I mean, come on, Tootin was an absolutely massive win, right, in week 1. I assume Fields will probably miss 1 week with a concussion. What do you guys think? One week with Tootin. How can I check how many teams I'm advancing? Is there a way to do that on this application? I don't want to break his app. I guess probably not. Yeah, I mean, LeQuint is a really good third down back, right? That's the thing. How many? This is a good one. How many Rashee Rice, Joe Burrow teams are up on bbmdb.app? 3,564. Oof. Oh, good. I'm glad. I am not advancing very many teams. We can go look though. Drafts completed. No, live NFL. Best ball. Here we go. All right. So what? How many big board teams? I don't know. I don't know the math here. What's so it's 10. So I'm advancing 25 teams right now, which actually is below average in the big board. Yes, Chris did win 20K. How about this, boys? Chris and Kev in the same chat. So Chris finished second here. Goff, CMC, JT, St. Brown, Neighbors, and Kelsey. So Kelsey is the reason why Chris lost to Kev. Kelsey holds on to that touchdown and scores. Chris is your winner and not Kev. How about it? Tough scene. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Let's go. You know what? Let's check the BBMs. Let's check them. Oh, Big Dog is advancing. This one with Herzig, I think, sucks. It's actually not really that many points behind. Nix, Love, Richardson, dead. Chase Brown, bad. Jacobs, good. Spears, bad. Algier, fine. Giddens, whatever. JCM, win. Chase, bad. Waddle, bad. Sutton, whatever. Golden, Reed. Golden and Reed. Oh, team below that had Mahomes and Kelsey. Was Fields over May bad process? I don't know. Probably not, but maybe. Pat Bryant bad, Thielen bad. Yeah, this team's not very good. Hey, we did our best though. Got a Mahomes team currently advancing in the big dog with Dave, Mahomes and Bryce, Derrick Henry, Jordan Mason, Sharbs, Scattaboo, Byshell Tootin, Woody Marks, Puka Nakua, Tet, Worthy, Pearsall, Igbuka, Coker, Tesla, Tyler Warren, Brenton Strange, Theo Johnson. This one has some legs. This team is currently not dead to win the big dog. Scattaboo for the group chat. Real. Okay. Let's get it over with, man. Let's look at it. Can't be good. So 400. So what? 400 divided by 25. I'm advancing not that many teams, 16 teams. So really, really bad relative to what you would be anticipating right now. Slap Summer with Pat is advancing. Lamar double with Liam. Lamar, Bryce Young, Kamara, Henderson, Pacheco. Ooh, another Tootin. Rico, this team kind of sucks. Neighbors, St. Brown, Tet, Igbuka, Bateman, LOL. Wow, Dontavian Wicks points count. And to Tucker Kraft. I mean, I just expect less because the player I drafted most often has been a 0. My most drafted player in all of best ball has scored 0 fantasy points. So anytime you can get 0 fantasy points from your most drafted guy, probably bad. I'm giving Mark Andrews one more week before I declare the pumpkin. Xavier Worthy is my most drafted player in fantasy football. Elite quarterback has definitely not been meta through 2 weeks, by the way. I just wanted to clear, this is the exact opposite of the truth. Elite quarterback has been basically the worst strategy in fantasy football. Allen had a horrible fantasy game this last week. Jaden Daniels, 2 pretty bad fantasy games. Jalen Hurts, really bad fantasy game. Joe Burrow, probably out for the season. Mahomes has been like whatever. I'd basically say elite quarterback of all the strategies has been the worst quarterback strategy. Just like the worst overall strategy, I think. Maybe hero wide receiver has been worse. Yeah, Lamar's been really good. But that is not a strategy. That is that Lamar has had 2 good games. Right? True. Ball knowers were drafting 20% Russell Wilson. At what point through the season will you be highly concerned? I'm concerned now with my own teams. GM. Wow, Jared, a Javonte Williams drafter. Okay, all right, this is a good one. How many times has Devontae Walker been drafted? Devontae Walker has been drafted in Best Ball Mania 382 times, including our boy. Hit him with the gritty 18. Yeah, I guess Trey McBride's been bad. Kittle's been injured. Laporta's been bad. Hawkinson's been really bad. Yeah, elite tight end has not been very good. Man. Shout out to Gritty. 26 Devontae Walker teams. Are any of these close? All right, here's one in 12th. 12th place. I am already, what is that? 70 points behind advancing. Bo Nix, Geno Smith, Gibbs, Hampton, Tootin, Marks, Keaton Mitchell, Brashard Smith, Sutton, Hunter, Olave, Jacoby Myers, Luther Burden, Keenan Allen, Pat Brown. Okay, so this is just This is all Raiders stuff. Wow. The highest owned Javonte Eliminator drafter, Perfect Reality 9. Yeah, some of my teams, because I do have a lot of Geno. Oh, my panic level's pretty high because JJ McCarthy just looked like absolute dog shit. My panic level on Vikings passing stuff is, yeah, what, a 6 on the panic meter for JJ McCarthy and the Minnesota Vikings. He just like he can't throw to his left. Really bad stuff. I don't know how many. All right, this team's in 4th place. Hey, this team could certainly advance. Kyler Murray, and this is another Geno team. A fan and bet team. Mark Andrews, dude. Thank God. Thank God a lot of these Mark Andrews teams were 3. Yes, they lost an interior lineman. Yeah, the way the Lions looked versus the Bears and how bad JJ McCarthy looked versus the Bears, very bad combo. I definitely do not have any Tez Walker. No Tez Walker. Are any of these? All right, let's see here. 3rd place, Jaden Daniels, Jordan Love. I wonder how many of these teams I would just declare dead right now. Gibbs, Brees, JCM, Algier, B-Rob. That's very funny to have a B-Rob and JCM on the same team. JSN, dude, JSN is the player I feel I was most wrong about, actually. I wish that, I'll tell you what, right now, I would trade in every Xavier Worthy team for JSN. Every single time I drafted Xavier Worthy, I would trade them in. I would say, or every single time I took Worthy, I would take JSN. He has been unbelievably good for them. Believe he currently leads the National Football League in target share. Yeah, I mean this is bad. This is bad. Adams had, what do you have, 108 yards and a touchdown yesterday, but every effort of it. Yes, I'm big time waving the flag on Jackson Smith and Jigba, and the way that I'm going to get even on that is I'm going to draft a ton of him in battle royales, just like every slate. I'm going to try and do that. Puka was the best overall pick this year. I think you'd have a very hard time arguing that because he was an expensive pick. What else do we have here? Jake C-Rod. Oh, if it has Chris Rodriguez, it's probably dead. Caleb Williams, Michael Penix, Jackson Dart, Kyron. Oh, this is just awful stuff. Justin Jefferson, George Pickens, DJ Moore, Jordan Addison, Darnell Mooney, Cedric Tillman, Darius Slayton. Okay, Darius Slayton. I would nominate Darius Slayton as one of the worst picks on the board. Darius Slayton, useless. This whole idea that Darius Slayton was this like elite advance rate, just awful. Because and I should have known better too, because I am a ball knower and I know that Wan'Dale Robinson is actually really good. I totally disagree. I totally disagree that it's too late to be that bad, because I knew better. I knew that Darius Slayton was never going to impact winning in fantasy football. Like, best case scenario truly for Darius Slayton is he catches a 50-yard touchdown in the right week. But Darius Slayton is not a target earner. Darius Slayton doesn't even have a high catch rate. Yeah, okay. You know who else plays well to Russ's style? Malik Neighbors. I just think the idea of taking Darius Slayton is giving up. I think it's basically giving up on fantasy football and just saying like, well, maybe I can get 13 points in the right week. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. that he is not a league winning pick. I think it's inexcusable, and I think that I should know better. I think he's ass, and yes, but he's drafted more often than KLS, and he's on a way worse team than KLS. Darius Slayton in Best Ball Mania. I bet he's drafted 10 times as often as Keandre Lambert-Smith. Darius Slayton is on 53,116 teams. Keandre Lambert-Smith. Oh no, there's a name matching error here. Okay, well, there's no way to know because there's a name match problem here. Yeah, okay. Well, there's an issue there. I don't know what it is. Someone we'll figure it out, but probably pretty soon. Pretty soon. Bengals trade for Kirk Cousins. Maybe. They hate to spend money though, is the issue. Hey, it's not total doom. It's not total doom. Psychedelic Curse won $100K, and Chris O'Leary qualified for the Dog Bowl. Yeah, honestly, you're so right. Every best ball YouTuber was touting Slayton, and all of them are wrong, including me, because I'm pretty sure I drafted him too. And I'm stupid for doing that. I bet I ended up with like 14% of this absolute loser. Not 2 years ago, 3 years ago. For Jake Browning. Falcons won. Yeah, the Bengals. The Bengals are notoriously one of the cheapest teams in fantasy football, or in fantasy football in general. All right, a Karain team in 12th place, although only, what is that shit? Only 31 points behind. Mayfield, who plays tonight, Caleb and Tua, Gibbs, Bucky, who plays tonight, Pollard, Scattaboo, Judkins. That's a win. Tyreek, Tet, Hunter, Myers. Man, Burden's feeling like an L. Dude, shout out to Darius Slayton. I'm not waving the flag. I'm just telling. I guess my opinion is just the process there from me, I think, was bad. He's the wide receiver 3 on a team that I think is going to be bad. A team that I think is going to struggle to pass the ball efficiently. I know they did just have a really good passing game yesterday. I'm sure I drafted. I bet if I pull up my exposures, I bet I drafted Rome. What do we think? Do we think 8.3% of Rome Odunze? I bet I did. 10.9% of Rome Odunze there. Yeah, so a little bit more than average of Rome Odunze here. Let me click it to $25 and see if there you go. 10.1% of Rome Odunze. Let's check some of these side contests. Let's go to the Husky. 2 advancing, so I guess that's right about average in the Husky. Let's go Goff, Gino, Richardson, Jacobs, Ken Walker, J.K. Dobbins, Tyler Algier, Broussard Smith, Justice Hill. Why did I ever take Justice Hill? Awful. I mean, the Dolphins actually, to me, did not look that bad yesterday. Maybe hot take, but I did not think they looked that bad on offense. I think there's reason to be somewhat optimistic about the Dolphins. Yeah, Xavier Leggett has 15 targets for 8 yards this season. So that does not seem very good. Yes, the most important result right now is that I'm beating Liam in our head-to-head eliminator. Well, Sharp still played a lot more than Kenneth Walker. The usage was very consistent. The issue is Ken Walker is just a very good runner, but he is also a boom bust runner. Ken Walker is always going to have like a bad success rate so you just kind of have to deal with that. Yeah, this team's all right. Laporta and Warren, we're okay there. What about any of my? We got anything else good cooking in there? Oh, Purdy. Ugh. Hey, Aaron Rodgers, the 3-quarterback meta. Barkley, JT, Warren. That's a hell of a running back room. The wide receivers are really bad. Hey, Matthew Golden. Love to see Romeo Dubs contributing. Leggett is Ramingo. I like that. I think you'd be surprised, man. I think the Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker have been teammates for 3 years. I think they know who these guys are. I don't believe the Chiefs would go for DJ Moore. I think he's probably outside of their budget. Yes, the Patriots secondary was banged up in that game, so that is worth noting. Any of these other contests that interesting? Advancing a fine number of elims right now. Dude, I'm killing it in the pointer. Man, I'm not advancing in a single flock contest right now. No flock finals for me. These puppy numbers are bad. God, this is a lot of best ball teams, Davis. I mean, yeah, Ken Walker and James Cook, very similar. Just James Cook on a much better team. Oh, I did not know this. I did not know that flocks are 1-12. I didn't do any first quarters. Oh, the flock contest can't tell you if you're advancing. Here we go. Flock contest. I'm in 3rd place. Not that far behind. Purdy, Goff. Dude, I just want to win. I just want to win a flock contest so bad. There you go. Flocks don't pay for advancing. Okay. Shout out to Mason Dodge. Shout out to Flock. That's my boy. Yeah, dude. Xavier Leggett is gonna be such a mediocre deep threat on the Kansas City Chiefs in about 4 years from now. Also, just if any of you care, it does look like the primetime Palooza probably is going to fill early. Well, Kevin, the name of the game is if you want to get volume in, you got to be multi-tabling. I'm pretty sure this is similar for me as well. Pretty sure all my slow draft advance rates are not very good, but I'm definitely going to keep doing them. There's nothing there, come hell or high water, I'm going to be in there. I will not be taking Chiefs Xavier Leggett in the 9th round. That is for sure. All right. Well, let's go back. Let's look at some of the BRs from yesterday. We can transition to DFS from this last week. Let's cuz I actually did like some of what I did. I thought I had some good teams from this last week. I thought I actually had some decent DFS teams as well. Obviously talked about some of that over on the Gilcast. Why would anyone regret drafting Travis Hunter? I wonder. Travis Hunter has been like a way better, like a way more involved offensive player than people said. The Travis Hunter people are they're now moving the target from aren't you worried that he is aren't you worried? Wait, hold on. Aren't you worried he might have to tackle Jonathan Taylor? To yeah, dude, you picked him at ADP 55 and he hasn't even scored a touchdown yet. And this, by the way, this to me, this is fantasy football in a nutshell. Jupp says, this is Cope. Hunter is bad so far. And he says, as a fader, I feel great about it. Charlie, who is a multi-time, very a third place in the puppy, third place in Best Ball Mania, who understands Best Ball famously pays out after 2 weeks. I mean, is Igbuka a smash? I mean, he played one game, brother. I don't it's just so hard for me. Evan Ingram is dead. Unless I was talking about someone else. Evan Ingram. Wow, Johnny took down the single entry PTP last night with Aaron Jones. Single entry PTP is crazy. Shout out to you, Johnny. Hope you're having a great season, man. Oh yeah, Dobbins is gonna be awesome, I think. Yeah, Evan Ingram is out for the year because he's running about 32% of the routes. I think Evan Ingram has literally 4 targets through 2 weeks. Evan Ingram is the backup tight end on the Denver Broncos. Top 100 pick. Vibe check on Corum. I mean, I would say if you drafted a lot of Corum, you have to feel great right now. You got a usable week from Blake Corum in week 2. Sutton did not get hurt yesterday. No. Jake, I'm happy to bet you on whatever you want on Evan Ingram. Happy to bet you whatever you'd like on Evan Ingram fantasy points moving forward. There is a difference between overreacting to something and clearly understanding what is happening on a football field. I thought Judkins looked really good. I thought Judkins looked great, actually. I just don't know. I don't know how many games will he even be able to get to 15 rushes. That's a good question there. By the way, some boys that we know around here. Nobo Sox finishes T8. Now his team is duped, which is interesting. Nobo Sox, Goff, James Cook, CeeDee Lamb, Malik Neighbors, St. Brown, 3 wide receivers are back. Car Park as well. Very good. But this was my best team in the main BR. Finished 97th. Goff, Barkley, Javonte. How about my boy Javonte there? Probably. I mean, obviously, if this is any other tight end, I win a bunch more money. But I had a bunch of versions of this team with St. Brown and with Rome, just not quite enough. I thought this team actually was pretty good because this is like a super unique combination of players. This one maybe even better because the Njoku, honestly, should have been paid off with the Njoku stuff. I mean, frankly, I think everyone knew this. It's just everyone's so stupid that they got mad because Crane had a bad advance rate last year. The meta was always using the legendary upside stuff. Shout out to the Algier drafter. Yeah, I guess where am I ranking Jamar Chase right now? I don't know, like the wide receiver 4 maybe. I don't know, maybe still the wide receiver 1. Puka might be the wide receiver 1. Oh, this hurts to see. This hurts to see Mark Andrews on this team. Brutal. Kamara was really low owned. Man, I drafted pretty fucking good this week. Just did not get there. Lot of Sklansky bucks for me this week. 2 good weeks in a row for me, actually, in the BRs with hitting on some of the... Yeah, honestly, I do think probably Puka is the overall wide receiver one for now. I mean, he just is. He's unreal good, and he has such an insane role. That's a good question. What would Chase's ADP in the resurrection be? I don't know. He's going to be a first round pick. I don't know if the Bengals have a hard or easy schedule or whatever, though. I haven't looked that close. All right, let's go on over to DraftKings.com. See how that stuff went. So this is my team in cash. Mac Jones, Christian McCaffrey, Chase Brown, Puka Nacua, T. Higgins, Hollywood Brown fell for it, Harold Fannin Jr., Devin A-Chain, and the Seahawks defense. This, by the way, this lineup over here on the right, this was from the Thinking About Thinking show on Thursday that I built with Jacob. Drake May, Devin A-Chain, obviously Breece Hall sucks. St. Brown, 42.2, JSN, 21. We took Travis Hunter because Jupp told us that it was okay. What odds would you put on the winner of the Eliminator being a leg up user? I mean, look, I use the sidekick, but no, it's there are so many users who did not use the sidekick. It's definitely not plus 800. Okay. So this was the team I played in the Spy, which is my favorite contest on DraftKings. So I did Joe Burrow, obviously brutal to see him leave the game early. Christian McCaffrey, Kyron Williams, Jamar Chase. Brian Thomas Jr. at 13%, probably pretty bad. I probably want him closer, like 8%. Alec Iomanner. And then I did Harold Fannin Jr. and Trey McBride together. This was a team that simmed really well over on Run the Sims. Honestly, I really liked it. I mean, I would take it back. The annoying thing. The annoying thing. Honey, this guy played 2 tight ends in the Spy. Just Burrow getting injured obviously killed this team. And it's also annoying that I didn't play Amon-Ra St. Brown on this team. Just very annoying. Played St. Brown on my other team, but ate the Chase Brown and the Breece Hall double shitty chalk. This was in the red zone. Mahomes, McCaffrey, Chase Brown, Amon-Ra. Did get the damn, this team was sharp as shit, dude. Oh, well, 22% owned Breece Hall is actually terrible. Only on UD. Well, I might have played some of him on FanDuel. This is very funny. I didn't follow. I think that the sidekick is bad, but I didn't follow the top pick most of the time, which is just really funny. I mean, losing Burrow is awful. You losing your 6th round pick in fantasy football, really bad. Yeah, so that's how it was. Honestly, it was a very good day for me in general because I didn't lose any money, and not losing money is pretty fun. Hey mom, this guy drafted 2 tight ends on DraftKings. I did, yes. So I was about to pull up FanDuel right now. I actually had a very good team on FanDuel. Look at that. Look at that account balance, dude. I took FanDuel for more than they got out of me depositing for the sweat-free Millie. Hey man, Juju is out there. So I got to pull up my team in the $222 single entry. I was very proud of this team on FanDuel. Lamar Jackson at 12%, Chase Brown 36%. McCaffrey was only 19% because everyone played Derrick Henry. Zay Flowers was only 20% at an absurdly low salary. Tet was like an absolute lock on FanDuel. He was 5,700. He was only 24%. Puka at 23. Tyler Warren at 15%. I thought this team was so sick. But obviously it just didn't quite. I wonder what the winning team was. Winning team, 199 points. Unbelievable. Goff, Cook, Javante, all single-digit guys. Whole roster single-digit guys on FanDuel. Unbelievable. Hey, you can play Chase Brown in every contest on site credits. It's true. It is true. The Best Ball Mania 5 winner had a completely dead 5th-round Pacheco on his roster. Hey, I do not have any site credits on DraftKings. On DraftKings, hashtag DK partner. No site credits on DraftKings. I mean, I don't think JT's day was that unsurprising. He basically has the best volume in the NFL. He and Pollard have the best snap shares in the entire NFL. Hey man, the 2 tight end stuff sims really well. Oh, dude, the tenders were brutal, Nick. The first 6 tenders were very good, and then the next 14 Raising Cane's chicken tenders were awful. Just like cold, gross, dry. It was so bad, man. It was not good. Not enjoyable. I had to use the sauce because they tasted so bad. But I won some rounds of golf from my buddies. Classic. All right, what else are we doing here? Did I have anything else interesting on FanDuel? All right. Any other good teams? The Texas Toast is really good. Did I win? I don't think I won any other money on any. Oh, I won $100 on this one. Was this team any good? $100 in 131st place. Nope, that team also was not any good. I'm at $300 on the Swolecast team. All right. The tiers contest. Yeah, let's check over on Splash Sports. My contests. Lost touchdown survivor, by the way. Took Derrick Henry. My profile picture on FanDuel, it's been so long since I've played on FanDuel that my photo is the old Daily Roto logo. God. Final. This is just, dude, Derrick frickin' Henry, man. Yeah, look at this. Derrick Henry picked 46 times. Kyron Williams picked 17. Chase Brown picked 12. Bijan picked 4. Sickening stuff, dude. Should have just taken McCaffrey. What an idiot. Hate that. Hate that entirely. Wow, so I am up to winning $300 in this contest, huh? What's my team? Do I have any more sweats? Nope. Got 22 from Bijan last night. 42 from Amon-Ra St. Brown. How about that? Travis Hunter. Dude, I took Travis Hunter. Worst case situation for the Bengals is that Jake Browning sucks. went. Here's a bad one. I took a Minnesota last night in Survivor. Got all my Dallas teams through. Only used Baltimore on. Damn, I did use them on 3, but I got an Arizona through. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 Dallas teams through. I should have just taken. Yeah, Cowboys Survivor Sweat was insane. Yes, Baltimore. I was watching that. I was watching that very closely. Baltimore did have a first and goal from literally the 1 foot line. So tilting. All right, let's see how the NFFC teams went. I'm hoping these went better than last week. My teams, all right, they look okay. So this is the one I did with Nate. Stats, live scoring. Hopefully no lineup errors this time. Some bad lineup mistakes last time. All right, we've got Gino left to play, 17 from Barkley, 26 from Cook, 18 from JSN, 16 from Tet, 19 from Jennings, 13 from Trey McBride, 2 points from Aaron Jones. Don't love that. And we still have the Chargers defense left to go. We left Scattaboo on the bench. We left Jerome Ford on the bench. We left 17 from De'Ami Brown and 12 from Jatavian Sanders on the bench. So that team, I would say, is trending towards being a team that makes the league playoffs. Yeah, that one. Is there a head-to-head? Honestly, I have no idea how the NFFC works. Josh would have to answer that one for me. This is the one with Soccer David. All right, this was a Josh Allen team. CMC 22, Jonathan Taylor 29, Mike Evans left to go. 9 points from Devonta, 11 from Olave, 9 from Fannin, 8 from Hollywood. Byshell Tootin on the bench, Algier on the bench, Juwan Jennings 19. So I guess I wish we would have won Jennings over Hollywood. I mean, I would say that team feels pretty good. Not like the best, but that team feels pretty good. Now let's check the old silver bullet. Justin Fields. Bench Justin Fields last week. Bench Tua this week. Not loving that. 29 from Jonathan Taylor, 12 from James Conner. Bad Justin Jefferson. 17 from Pickens. 5 from Keon Coleman. 13 from McBride. 19 from Jennings. We have Scattaboo and Tootin on the bench in this one. Wicks on the bench and Jalen Waddle on the bench. I mean, I could post my DK cash game player pool, but I do a stream Sunday morning where I just give out the team that I play. Not so narrow cast. So if you want to know the team I play, I literally just set it on stream on this channel. Because even when you literally give people the best possible team, they won't play it. Some guy in the ETR chat yesterday, I was just watching before I got on in the morning, the Wake and Rake with Leone and that guy Sam. And I commented in the chat, I said the 3 cash game quarterbacks are Mac Jones, Justin Fields, and Lamar Jackson. No one else is in play. And some guy said, dude, if you play Mac Jones in cash, I'll play you. And I said, send me an invite. Okay, there you go. Weeks 1 through 3 is all play. All right, there we go. Imagine having a first place NFFC championship co-owned with Soccer Dave. Absolute shipper. No, of course he didn't. So I would say these teams on NFFC look pretty good. Honestly, the one with Leone is the one that looks the worst. Maybe we'll eventually get a quarterback decision correct. But those look pretty good. Not like we're going to win the entire contest, but they look pretty good. I have literally not looked at these FFPC scores. So I have no idea what we're about to see. This could be like the worst thing you've ever seen. All right, this is the Dynasty League that I'm deep in the middle of a rebuild on. I think this team is sick, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this team, I mean, Pacheco's score counting is not... Oh, but I have wow, a 24 ball from Troy Franklin counting. Daniel Jones, and I've got Geno left to play tonight. I've got Genty left to play. I've got Keenan left to play. Yeah, we're feeling good about that one. This is a co-owned team with Michael Leone where we are just running so shitty. This is we are just getting killed with bad luck on this team. Hurts, Taylor had to start Gainwell. Garrett, God, 9 points from Garrett Wilson, 7 from AJ Brown, 1 point from Mark Andrews. Oh God, I forgot we had Joe Burrow on this team. Oh no. Oh God. There's just nothing we can do. Oh, fuck. I got to text him right now before I forget. I mean, is Browning even available? And honestly, I guess with Andrews, we're kind of dusted too. Browning not even available. Well, this team, you're not wrong that if you're starting Gainwell, it's Jover, but this team, we finished second in this league last year with this team. God, just that. Okay. That really, I spelled Browning wrong. Okay. All right. We might be so back. Wow. We're so back. I mean, we're about to spend all this Faberunski. Are there any other quarterbacks? I guess we can add... Is Cousins available? Yeah, we're going to add Cousins, but we're doing him for $1. We could add Dylan... I guess we could add Dylan Gabriel for $1. Is he available? Dylan Gabriel is available for $1. Mac Jones is not going to be available. All right. And I guess we drop... God, we don't even really have a drop. I mean, I guess it's Will Shipley. Or Justice... No, Jarquez Hunter. All right. Well, you win some, you lose some. Okay, look at this dynasty team. So this is one I co-own with Drew Dinkmeyer and Michael Leone. This team is unbelievable. Caleb Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors, Kyle Pitts, CJ Stroud left to go tonight, DK Metcalf, Jalen Waddle. I mean, it just doesn't matter. This team, if we don't win the league this year, shut it all down. Yeah, that's how you manage a dynasty team, brother. Just hit them where it hurts. All right, let's get to the main events. First main event, really bad team here with my ship chasing boys. We got 5 points from Fields, 9 points from Garrett Wilson. We have Bowers, Igbuka, and Bucky left to play. We got 8 points from Ridley in the flex. Looks like, well, we have Dobbins in the flex. We have Juwan Jennings in the flex. So this team actually should be okay going forward, but big L there. This is the one co-owned with Coolers and a bunch of our buddies. All right. Well, we're going to lose this one tonight by a lot. No thanks to Isaiah Pacheco. No thanks to Devonta Smith. Dude, are we just dead, Coolers? This team, I think we can maybe just write this team off. Austin Eckler. Yep. Well, I think we can probably just say that this team is not going to be winning the FFPC main event. So mental model, alchemy, probably dead. Arcade Fire. This is another one. So this is a win that we got with the ship chasing crew. Jaden Daniels, Jahmyr Gibbs, Trevi. Oh, this is the slap team. This is the slap team with Shope. Gibbs, Hendo, Jamo, Debo, Ertz, Ladd, Alave, McPherson. So it looks like we'll probably start Ja'Cory Krusky Merritt going forward there. Probably can drop KLS. So there we go. That is a dub. All right. This is another co-managed one. We are 2 points from Derrick Henry. I would check projections on that one, Swish. Honestly, I don't know. 2 points from Derrick Henry. Lamar, Derrick Henry, RJ Harvey. Justin, that is not a good start. Zay with Lamar, Ferguson, Shaheed, Adams. Is there anyone we can start over RJ Harvey? Nope. We're just gonna have to eat our lumps. I guess we can drop Eckler. This team's pretty good, actually. Tough outcome this week, but a pretty good team, actually. And here we go. Got a dub with Evan Silva, Pat Thorman, JG Zacharyson, and Rich Rebar. #blessed. 5 points from Fields and 3 points from Harvey, but 36 from Chase, 18 from JMO, 21 from Ferguson, 31 from Rome. Only 7 for A.J. Brown, but 16 for Seattle. 23 points from Trevor Lawrence on the bench. 21 points from Ramondre on the bench. 15 points from Tootin on the bench. That team could be cooking. Man, this, Lauren, I'm praying for you. Lauren. I hope you find God soon. And Evermore, another easy win here on this team. We have Geno Smith tonight. 13 points from David Montgomery, 26 from A-Chain, 22 from Devontae Adams, 9 from DJ Moore. Bowers left to go tonight. Jalen Waddle, Tet, Elliott, Cardinals defense. Shout out Evan Silva. We've got Ramondre on the bench, Juwan Jennings on the bench. This team is a cook. Yeah, dude. Imagine if they let me take Fannin. If they let me do the Fannin bet, oh my goodness. The degree of cooking would be off the charts if they let me take Fannin. I don't know, whatever loser we took over Fannin, misguided at best. Honestly, I would say it looks like the high stakes stuff is going pretty well right now. Like we might actually have like some legitimately good teams in the high stakes stuff this year. So shout out to me, man. Shout out to me and shout out to us. Shout out to all my co-managers. Shout out to me for being a top 25 fantasy football player in the world. I picked up Troy Franklin before the games yesterday. Am I him? You are him. You are him, Betts. You are. Yeah. I mean, I think you can, I think we are good to roll Geno weekly, but we should definitely add a second because Geno Smith is like a 97-year-old quarterback playing on a Chip Kelly team. Could go to 0 pretty quickly. All right. So that's high stakes. That's Best Ball Mania. That's DraftKings GPPs. I think that is pretty much everything in terms of. Is there any post-looking stuff that we've missed? I mean, that's all my leagues that I'm in outside of like home league stuff, right? I can't really think of anything else that we're missing, unless you guys want to go look at some of my dynasty leagues. Probably not. I wonder if main BR is up yet. Main BR not up yet. Let's go do a PTP. Let's go check ourselves a little I've not done a PTP yet. Let's rip a couple of these and just see what there is, and then we'll cook up a pick'em. Whatever. What about Run the Sims? Do you want to go back and go look? Yes. Yeah, you can't check the Slappy Community Dynasty Leagues. Oh, I bet we have Jacoby Myers on RTS projected for a ton. I would think we would. I would think we would get 50K up top. Oh, RT. Oh God. Okay, yes. Here. Everyone can laugh at me. Here's the worst team I drafted all year. Here's the worst team I drafted all year. RT Sports. Wow, I got to win. Look how fucking bad this team is. Look at this shit, dude. Ollie Gordon and Tyrone Tracy, 36 points from Chase, 5 points from Hunter, 9 points from Judy, 9 points from DJ Moore, 1 point from Mark Andrews. No idea how I booked a win here. This is the worst team I drafted. Oh yeah, we can look at early survivor stuff. Yeah. I had a lot of the Detroit Lions in Battle Royale. Not enough in the end, but I had a lot of Detroit Lions in Battle Royale. All right. All right. Well, I'm taking Brock Bowers here. I already lost at running back, so let's do Lad McConkey. What an interesting PTP where the running backs are so clearly the 1 through 4. No, I did not do any of the week 4 early contests on Underdog. It was basically a draft blindfolded challenge because I drafted that team. I drafted that team while drafting an FFPC main event, which was not great. All right, so I think for this PTP, when you don't get Herbert, I think what you do is you just play it totally till the end. So I think let's do. Man, what a brutal PTP. This is really gnarly. Let's do. I think you just get weird, dude. I'll do Baker and Cade Otton. I guess you do not want to pick at 4th in the PTP. I guess that's what I would say. We can go look at DK best ball. Yeah, let's do that after this. How did the chicken strip challenge go? Dude, I felt awful. Just about as bad as it gets. It was not fun. How many teams do you think Gilbert Arenas is advancing right now? Honestly, great question. Great question. Cannot be very many. Yeah, it is Najee time. I also think there's one other disgusting running back that I'm about to get you guys hip to. No one is going to like this next pick. This next pick I'm about to make you guys are going to be like, yeah, 20 strips was not good, Elite Deet. It really, wow. Ben Weaver with the 10 gifted Membies. Ben must have drafted Amon-Ra St. Brown. Tell Ben, what are we sweating? What contest do we need to go hit? All right, here's your secret running back play of the slate, boys. Woody Marks and Sterling Shepard. Baker Mayfield, Woody Marks, Lad McConkey, Sterling Shepard, Bowers, and Otton. Double tight end. If Nerdy Tenor's computer was here, Nerdy Tenor would tell me this team was immediately worth $6. Wow, the little MLB Eliminator money hit. Shout out to you, Ben. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of all you guys, man. I'm proud of all the shippers. All right. How do I check my DraftKings teams on Sport Filter? Also, How do you check? Is there a way to check your DK best ball teams on desktop? Is it upcoming? Oh, it's in contests. It's in contests. That's right. No, Dare is not the guy. All right. So I think you can sort by place. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 plus 6. So 24 teams. 24 teams advancing right now on DK Best Ball. Is there, oh God. Is there any way to check exposure on these teams? I actually do not think that Bucky Irving is a clear 101. Yeah, I guess. Whoo. Kirk, you are correct. So 22 of 150 teams advancing right now. I'm seeing a lot of Xavier Worthy. I don't know. These teams, hey, currently winning $2,157.66. Just go to exposures. I don't know where to find that. Lineups view exposure. Lineups. But you have to have okay, here we go. So Xavier Worthy, giga ass. Brashard Smith, giga ass. Juwan Jennings, fine. Fannin is a win. Wicks, maybe. Guerrendo, giga ass. We'll find out more about Knoll today. Sampson, probably bad. Bowers, probably good. Tootin, probably good. J-Mo, probably good. Jefferson, bad. Diggs, bad. Warren, good. Theo Johnson, bad. Travis Hunter, probably good. Bryce Young, bad. Rashee Rice, who knows? DJ Moore, probably bad. Igbuka's a win. Luther Burden, we don't know. Drake May, probably a win. Tank Bigsby, terrible. Gibbs, good. Royals, bad. Harvey, we don't know yet. Shuck, bad. Purdy, bad. Darnold, bad. KLS, probably bad. Dart, man, a lot of extra leash gained from Russell Wilson from that game last night. Go to contest, sort by points. Yeah. Go to lineups. I'm on lineups, bro. I'm on lineups. We're there. I'm on lineups right now. We're looking at them. Yeah. Oh, Darnold. I mean, Darnold's just not going to win you anything. Not that he's like a zero, but it's definitely not. It's definitely not. I mean, dude, JJ McCarthy looked so goddamn bad last night. I mean, I have, after week 1, I was like, Dart's coming this week. Sure, Darnold is cromulent. I don't know. We're probably okay. You know what? I know a bunch of my drafters teams are really bad because, well, part of it is I have a bunch of Bowers, but my drafters teams are not doing great. My best team on draft, maybe not. 2,798th place over on drafters. I don't know. Very hard contest to win. And I'm going to have two. I guess the thing is I probably slapped it up too hard. Just too many zeros. How about an 11-point week from Torrey Horton counting in week 2? How about Tyler Higbee's points counting? Pretty crazy. Tyler Higbee points counting on September 14th. Pretty nuts. Still only playbooks open. Okay, that's fine. Let's do our primetime bash. See you guys over in the lobby. Yes, so this is very true. Yeah, we can look at the DK2 Gamer. Yes. I mean, Don, you are 100% correct that not autoing on drafters and pushing into heavy team correlation is super plus EV. You are absolutely correct. There's literally zero doubt about that. The only issue is just finding the time to do it. That's literally all. I've actually already thought a decent amount about the DraftKings Two Gamer. We'll you know what we'll do? We'll build a team in the Millie Maker, and I'll if we ship it, I'll do a giveaway. Feels fair to do that and do a little giveaway for the boys. That's my new thing. Every stream, every video, there's just gonna be, well, if we win, I'll do a giveaway. Cause why not, man? Life's better when there is reciprocity between myself and between the boys. Man, would I still take Fannin over Tucker Craft? God, I got the nut worst pick. I still might take. No one wants to believe this, but I still might take Fannin over Tucker Craft. Man, the 4 spot in these is just so brutal. All right, we're gonna take Bowers, and I'm not gonna get Chubb, so just whatever. I will take. And I'm not going to get Herbert either, so let's set it up with Mike Evans. And then I'm going to take Woody Marks again. Kraft is definitely a dog. It's just, how many more passing attempts do the Cleveland Browns have for the rest of the season than the Packers? Joe Flacco has like an absurd amount of dropbacks right now. I can actually pull that up. Premium stats by position, quarterbacks, total dropbacks. Joe Flacco, 96 dropbacks. Jordan Love, 57 dropbacks. Literally twice the dropbacks. That's nuts. That is insane, dude. Wow, Liam's streaming right now? Hey man, I've talked to Liam many times about trying to stream together, and he never offered his services, as it were. But I'm happy to do whatever he wants to do, but he doesn't want to change his schedule, and I am incapable of changing my schedule. All right, so I did get Chubb, who is just like the most disgusting whatever click here. And then we take Baker. And then our scroll the F down here. There are a couple scroll the F down candidates here. I know the one I want, but I wonder how it goes. The best Monday Night Football draft plays are getting the first pick or the second pick in your draft, and then taking Bucky Irving or Ashton Genty. This guy in the 2-hole right now, Cody Skank, is drafting an absolute shipper. Lad McConkey and Emeka Egbuka. He's going to get... The thing is Bowers is so important on this slate. My mental model has Bowers as the most important player of the slate, personally. The future youth of America needs Chess Liam to teach them I guess he needs to teach them how to play chess. No, I think Hampton's a good pick. I do not think Hampton is in any way a bad pick. All right. Who am I scrolling the F down for? All right, we are first gonna take... Well, actually, you know what? Let's just take KLS, man. Let's live a little bit. And I'm also going to take, I don't even really believe this one, but I'm going to take Rachaad White because I don't want to take Chubb and Woody Marks on the same team. Kind of interesting, though. Yes, if Pete Carroll is lying and Bowers doesn't play, I am also insanely cooked. This is actually a really good question. Who do we like better rest of season, Cam Scatterboo or Quinshawn Judkins? Honestly, I think I would lean Scatterboo right now. I really liked what I saw in his usage patterns in that game. I think that he's going to be your classic goal line third down back, like kind of like Samaje Perine plus. Yeah, yeah. Pete has no history of just lying right to our faces. All right, let's cook up a pick'em for tonight, and maybe they will let a BR out. So I already have the one that is in the YouTube short, but if any of you guys missed this one, Justin Herbert higher than 3.5 rushing attempts, Jacoby Myers higher than 59.5 receiving yards, and Bucky Irving higher than 2.5 receptions. But I quite like those. Underdog pick'em for Monday Night Football. Let's try and cook up a big one. Scatterboo has a ton of receiving upside. He was an awesome pass catcher. Oh yeah, Derek. We finished the 20 tenders for sure. Had to be done. All right, let's go to Champions tab and let's make ourselves a pick. So first, I'm going to take Bucky Irving higher receptions again. Wow, why did it just do that to me? They didn't want me to live. All right. Bucky Irving. Okay, the receptions are gone. Okay. This is weird. All right, I'm going to take lower than 12.5 rushing yards for Rachaad White for sure. I'm going to take lower than, actually, I'm going to scale this one up. I'm going to be a coward. I'm going to take lower than 69.5 rushing yards for Nick Chubb because this is going to be a long one. That's so funny. 32. These are crazy lines. Dario Ogunbowale. Oh, yeah. Lower than 1.5 receptions. It's Woody Marks season, brother. They just like X'd out like a bunch of the. I wonder. Let me refresh again. I wonder if something wonky is happening there. Do I want to do anything on the Texans pass catchers? Can I take like a Xavier Hutchinson? Yeah, Xavier Hutchinson lower than 1.5 receptions. It's time. It's time for Jalen Nolan, Jaden Higgins. So we have lower Rachaad White rushing yards, lower Nick Chubb rushing yards, lower Dario Ogunbowale receptions, lower Xavier Hutchinson receptions. Let's do. Oh, I'm going to take Hampton to score a touchdown. I'm going to take Najee Harris lower than 20.5 rushing yards. I'm going to take Brock Bowers. Ooh. Yeah, that's all day. 56.5 receiving yards. That's up to 7. And I kind of want to take QJ not to score a touchdown. I was not surprised by it. I just don't think it's going to be the same. I don't think that this team can look at themselves in the mirror and do what they did with Xavier Hutchinson again. 2.5 receptions on Trey Tucker lower looks good. Michael Mayer lower than 2.5 receptions. I mean, that might be all day. That is really interesting. Man. Yeah, I'm going to do Michael Mayer lower than 2.5 receptions because I'm playing the Bauer stuff. That is a 56Xer. I'm going to be playing that for $10. There you go. Copied and pasted. Put that in the chat. Put that in the YouTube description. Yeah, absolute jail for the National Football League for starting the second game at 9 p.m. Central. Insane jail. Hey, actually dollars, because I've gone through so many BRs now that I can actually withdraw this money, so it's no longer site credits. No. We did have a nice pick'em hit. Champions, results, champions. A lot of red dots, but we have this one right here. Tyreek, slider, JSN, 6 receptions, St. Brown, slider, Harold Fannin, 4 receptions. And then this one hit as well from college football. Hank Beatty, 6 receptions. Kevin Concepcion, yes, he goes by KC Concepcion, 3.5 receptions. And Jeremiah Love, score a touchdown. Mayer under 2.5 receptions, but higher 0.5 TD. Yeah, the Herbert rushing would be my favorite one from this evening for sure. All right, what do we have in the drafts lobby? PTPs are full. Playbook. Well, honestly, let's just do a playbook just to see what's out there. I know that the main BR is not up, but let's just see what is available to us because I'm very curious. First look at the main BR slate. I just set the rankings. I said it for the wrong slate. Sunday main slate. Bijan, McCaffrey, save. And let's go do... Not doing a 12-person playbook. I saw what happened to Peter earlier. Yeah, let's get this little first look action in. First look at the main Battle Royale for week 3. I can pull up some of the look headlines. Slid Russ to lower than 249.5 passing yards yesterday. Didn't expect him to beat that by the second quarter. That's a no-no. That is no. Okay, we can do, yes, the Bland injury. I mean, everyone knows the Bland injury was the biggest deal in fantasy football. Can I do look aheads on, will it let me pull okay, here we go. So for the main slate next Sunday, we've got, Dolphins Bills on Thursday Night Football. So we have Colts Titans, total of 44. Steelers Patriots is gross. Jets Bucks 45.5. Commies Raiders could be quite good, actually, because I think the Raiders are better than the market does. Rams Eagles, that game's actually going to suck. Falcons Panthers, there's your fun bad game of the week. Bengals Vikings, Jake Browning, JJ McCarthy. You don't love to see it. Texans, Jags, gross. Packers, Browns, this is kind of a gross slate. We've got Broncos, Chargers. That game actually should be fun. Saints, Seahawks. Cardinals, 49ers. Cowboys, Bears. Thank God the Chiefs are not on this slate. Wow, Bowers, man, if Battle Royale was open right now, I would hammer so much Bowers. Have not seen any good update on Aaron Jones yet. No. Yeah, Broncos, Chargers, Raiders, Commies, Bears, Cowboys. So I guess there actually are a decent amount of tight ends because you got Ferguson, you got Njoku. Was Fannin not even having ADP right now? The Fannin bet is down at tight end 17, so I'd be in on him. Hurts and Daniels are the only elite quarterbacks available. Genty looks good in this slate. Gosh. Javonte, early ADP, ahead of Kyron. Incredible. Kind of fun stuff. All right. Man, I don't really want to take Barkley here. I feel like wide receiver. I'm just going to take Puka Nakua. Puka, I think obviously, I think this week the field is going to get more hip to Puka Nakua. Got offered Jamar for Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, just do whatever you want. They're like the same guy. Feels like a kind of useless trade to make in fantasy football. Like, what's the difference? You know? What does either person in that trade hope to gain? Colts having 0 punts through 2 games is absolutely nuts. That was one of the most interesting things I found because, I do the write-up over on patreon.com/DavisMattic where I go through all the games and I do, the usage and the injuries and all that stuff. So I was just insane. I was just very, very surprised by that. All right. Well, I'm just gonna take Brock Bowers. Oh, JSN in the dome. Is that Saints? Oh, never mind. That's at home. I mean, not that it really matters. JSN is such a good pick this week. What if I win the playbook? No, it's never happened in NFL history that a team is not punted for 2 games. Never ever. And I believe they've scored on like all of their drives but one, maybe, which is just preposterous stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna take Well, no, you don't want Genty with Bowers. I mean, Josh Jacobs is really good. What is there for scroll running backs this week? Jordan Mason. I tell you what, if you're gonna be drafting battle royales early, Jordan Mason you really like because Jordan Mason has upside anyways. But he also has, I mean, he might just be the only running back active. I guess the update on Aaron Jones is he hurt his hamstring. Yeah, Jordan Mason, there's your Monday gold star play. I believe it was I believe it was literally just to start the year because the Commanders had 2 games in a row with no punts last year. The Dolphins also probably did it, but only via interceptions and fumbles. That's a good point. I mean, not that Daniel Jones has never run RPO stuff before, but obviously the big difference is that Shane Steichen is just an unbelievably good play designer. All right. So quarterback here, I'm kind of stuck. So I need a wide receiver that I want with a quarterback. Could do. Well, you know what? Let's just do Pickens and Dak. Wait, Dak already got drafted. I think I literally just saw Dak got drafted. Yeah, I'm gonna take Ladd. I will not be for fantasy purposes. I'm not gonna be worried about this Denver matchup. Well, you know what's very funny is it does just show to me how bad Anthony Richardson must be because Daniel Jones is making this offense look gosh darn easy. It shows me like Richardson must just really be useless in the huddle. Most insane thing I saw yesterday was the Panthers' second half effort. I mean, the effort from the Panthers in the second half, one of the most absurd things I've ever seen. What were they? What was the point? All right, and then we'll take Herbert, and then, man, I might actually draft some of these playbooks. Do you guys ever actually draft these? I guess no one really cares about winning the playbook, but man, it's kind of nuts. Because these are basically players being drafted in a random order. No, it's just Josh Downs is going to be good in any game where the Colts are trailing significantly because they give up on the 12 personnel stuff. like if a team gives up on the like if the Colts are just like, okay, well, we're not playing our second tight end at all. There's just way more snaps out there for Josh Downs. So I guess like games where the Colts are like, 3.5 point dogs or road dogs or whatever, you're just gonna feel a lot better about them. All right, and a very easy click here. We are gonna select Jordan Mason. That's my early gold star play. Justin Herbert, Josh Jacobs, Jordan Mason, Puka Nacua, Lad McConkey, Brock Bowers. Insane team. Yeah, the Jaguars not winning. Not great. Not great for old Trevor Lawrence, brother. You don't love to see it. All right, what else is out here in the lobby? Still no main BR. We'll do one more PTP. How about that? One more PTP. Yeah, JCM down in the depths, down in the mines of Moria. I'm very into JCM this week. I think and we got a 101. I think a lot of the haters and losers, of which there are many, are going to be I think they're gonna have a hard time. Well, this contest just opened, Benny. This contest, the main PTP is full. That Monday Night Football knockout is only 12% full. So I'm not sure that the winner has been drafted yet. If the winner has been drafted after 12% of the contest is open, not great. Io Manor, good scroll. Yeah. I don't know. I need to start thinking about the dog bowl this week. Do the Slappies push Franklin ahead of Sutton? Maybe they do. Hard to say. Well, he was not RB7 in my drafts. I can tell you that much. All right, I just don't have one with Genti yet, so I want to take him. I'm taking Genti ahead. Will Nico be less owned than all the LAC wide receivers in BRs next week? Maybe. I guess it depends on what happens tonight, right? I mean, that's kind of the big issue. I think Genti is going to have a good game tonight. I think the Chargers, we're all pretty exuberant and happy about the Los Angeles Chargers right now. But keep in mind, the Chargers were playing against a team that is just pretty bad, right? How many times do we hear AJ Brown best? Ooh, that was a really good catch, though. I don't know. Are you guys worried about AJ Brown? I cannot get myself to be worried about AJ Brown at all. Can't be too concerned. AJ Brown is a really good player, and it's just really unlikely that a guy that efficient and that good goes to zero. It happens. The offense is a problem, sure. I mean, they just didn't get touched for 2 weeks. I mean, depending on the format, I think you can start thinking about dropping Mark Andrews because likely he's going to be back soon. Oh wow, bang! Oh, let's go! Ashton Genti, Keenan Allen, Brock Bowers, double Raiders. And maybe the Eagles never do get pushed, but it's like I don't think they're wasn't kind of the rumors that their defense was going to be a little bit worse. Look, we'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, Fannon's Ooh. Do you guys know what this young man did? This man won $1 million on FanDuel yesterday. This brother won $1 million on FanDuel yesterday in the $250 millie. How about that? How you like them apples, bro? What would you do if you won $1 million? Yeah, we're going to do it. He had the Kurz. He also had the Lion stack. He did. He won half a Kurain. I don't think you would retire. I don't think $1 million is enough to retire these days. Ty Doll is telling the truth. Deposit it directly into the dog app. Yeah. Hey man, anyone who wants me to talk about how good they are at fantasy sports, I'm happy to highlight your accomplishments on my stream. If you win $1 million playing fantasy sports, I'm happy. Damn, good day for us today. 50 Membies from Kurz, big day from Huhames, Ben Weaver, little eliminator for Major League Baseball, and $1 million winner gracing us with his presence. Me, frankly, I do love to see it. And now we take CJ Stroud, Ginty. I tell you what, one of Noel or Higgins feels pretty big for the PTP tonight. I don't know which one, but one of them feels pretty good. All right. Well, I mean, that's basically all we got, boys. What I don't know, do we got anything else? You guys want me to pull up any of the usage data? I don't know, we're chilling. I do need to have lunch. Oh yes, the DraftKings slate. Thank you. Let's go run the Sims. Run the Sims for the 2 Gamer Classic DraftKings Monday. Plus EV to stream as long as possible Monday to get all the gifted members from the shippies. That's true. All right, let me update the old timestamp here. 2-1. DraftKings 2 Gamer. All right. Yes, got a couple. Is Mateer the Heisman favorite now? He should be. The Scatterbro usage, I'll just tell you this. It's really good. All of this looks pretty good to me. Good for Bucky. Higgins. Man, I might bump Noel. I kind of want to bump Noel up more than that. A lot of usage for Nico. Whatever. Let's run it. Sim Runner Pro. Run those Sims. True. Pete's a smart man. Pete starts streaming real early and he gets it all. Does Liam not own a home? I feel like Liam does own a house. All right. The most plus EV lineup on DraftKings, according to the Run the Sims computer, is Justin Herbert, Ashton Jeanty, Amarian Hampton, Mike Evans, Emeka Egbuka, Keenan Allen, Kate Otten, Lad McConkey, and the Houston Texans defense. Honestly, I actually have to enter these. I actually forgot. I entered contests on DraftKings tonight. So why don't we just make these lineups on stream? Yeah, Jordan Tyson is a baller. There will be at least one deep ball tonight that everyone will be praying is headed down towards Noel or Higgins, and it'll be Justin Watson. That's very true. Okay, plus EV players. All right, I'm about to nuke so many guys because I actually am just gonna build. I'm gonna rerun these Sims because I'm actually just gonna build my lineups right now. These all look good to me. I am going to first off move Xavier Hutchinson to absolute 0. I'm going to boost Woody Marks a smidge. I'm going to take a little bit away from Dare. There we go. All right. I'm going to move Higgins Well, really, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move up null. And I'm going to take it directly from Watson and Hutchinson. And if that's wrong, it's wrong. I don't care. We've got... Oh, this shit is so low on Bowers. I need to message them. I think they nuked Bowers a little bit for the injury. Yeah, Maivia. I thought he was pretty good. All right. Well, I disagree with nuking him for injury related stuff, so I am gonna giga boost Brock Bowers. Gonna move Trey Tucker way down. Move Dante Thornton Jr. down a hair. Sure, I'll take a little bit from Zamir White. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, now I can rerun these. Well, does everything on the Raiders look fine? Trey Harris, Terry. Yeah, that all looks fine. And then I'll just nuke from the projections whoever I need to. I like these two gamers a lot, and I especially like these two gamers a lot when I just let the computer do it. And I don't have to fuss about every single thing. It's true. Keon Coleman no longer on track for 1,510. It's sad, but it is what it is. Okay. Guys, I do not want to include. I don't want to include. I definitely... Positions allowed in flex. You know what? I will allow a tight end in flex. Lineup must contain 0 players with projection less than 4. All wide receivers must have a fantasy point projection of what, like 2? Trey Harris, I don't want. Well, actually, you know what? I'm just totally going to let it flow. What does it matter? If I play a guy with a 0-point projection, what does it matter? I don't really like Chubb, but whatever. So it looks like the optimal rate guys at quarterback, it looks like Herbert actually is a little bit underowned, Stroud overowned, Mayfield overowned. So it looks like the most optimal quarterback is for sure Herbert, which I guess makes sense. At running back, yeah, this is always how it goes. The shittiest guy that everyone hates, Nick Chubb, is the most underowned. And like I don't want to play him either. And then Bucky and Genty. Okay, I am gonna exclude Dare and Najee. Cannot include Dare. Cannot include Najee Harris. I'm gonna let Rashad White in there. Woody Marks, Pierce, and Zamir White. I don't want, but maybe I just leave them in. And then oh shit, no. Oh no. Okay, I didn't lose my sim. Optimal result. Yep. Top optimal leverage, Kobe Myers. Worst optimal leverage, Nico Collins. Mike Evans, super plus EV. Ladd, super minus EV. Keenan, super EV. Igbuka, super EV, actually. QJ, super EV. I mean, this is always exactly what it is. It's always the dust buckets that no one wants to play that project good. Yes, I mean, and that's all we're doing. We're trying to leverage for top 1% outcomes here. I tell you what, man, I do not want to play Xavier Hutchinson or Justin Watson. Trey Tucker basically is the worst play of the slate, according to this, which makes sense. And then this Bowers is not accurate because I just futzed his projection. So it just has him as the best play. It's like Disley played way more snaps than Conklin last week, by the way. All right. So Baker showing, it's all Baker and Geno on the top EV lineups. Hampton Genty. I mean, it's what you'd expect. I think your move tonight is pretty clear. You just get overweight on the on Bowers if this is really his ownership. So it's seeming to me from looking at these salaries that you actually really only do need one dust bucket. Like these top EV lineups really only have like one guy who sucks, which is pretty nice. Well, Kevin, I don't think you would ever agree with a sim. You were drafting RJ Harvey and BRs yesterday. You have never given a shit about projected points, and projected points only. There's nothing else you can give a sim than projected points. I like a lot of these lineups. Geno, Hampton, Bucky, Jacoby Myers, Mike Evans, Igbuka, K-Dot, and Bowers, Chargers D. Just beautiful. Yeah, if you don't use Bowers, you can play whoever you want, really. I tell you what, here's your giga levered brain play of the night. Fade Brock Bowers, play Michael Mayer. Brock Bowers re-injures his knee in this game and scores a bunch of points. How about that? I hate it, and I don't want to live in that world, but that is a world we could very easily be living in. No doubt about that. Yeah, well, here's a funny one. The Sims do love Myers because people always hate guys like Myers, but he is gonna get a bunch of points. I was checking stuff today. Our good friend Derek Carty of the Blitz fame, Derek Carty has Jacoby Myers for 33 more yards than his dog app line. 33 more yards than his dog app line. Dude, it's in the dome. I mean, what can you do? I think Geno likes Myers just fine. Why wouldn't he? All right. I mean, look, you guys are seeing the entries that I'm about to do right now. No one can say that I am not a fantasy football personality that is not transparent. You can say I suck, and you can say I'm not any good, but no one can ever say that I'm not transparent about what I'm doing in fantasy football. So I've got this sheet up. I'm going to sort by expected value. I'm going to copy and paste the top 150 lineups. The last lineup is a Justin Herbert, Nick Chubb team, so I'm sure that's probably pretty good. I'm going to paste. File, save, done. I'm going to upload my CSV to DraftKings. There you go. The buttons have been pushed. I knocked down Myers, Thornton, and Tucker. Not a ton, but just a little bit. Why not use the shady buttons? Don, I'm gonna be so real because I don't really know what they do. I have a loose understanding of what these shady portfolio buttons do. That's why I don't use them. Yes, his low downside risk paired with his higher. That is the case. Promo code Davis. Yeah. Well, they don't. I tell you what. Shady does not want me explaining his very good math work improperly. That would be worse. All right, everyone. Make sure you like the video. Make sure that you. Oh, I don't know what just happened there. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We're going to be back tomorrow with more daily fantasy football videos. No, I would absolutely not trade Brian Thomas Jr. That's this crazy season. All right, everyone. Make sure you like the video. Make sure that you